Hi guys, it's Mina. Welcome back. Today we are continuing our Constellation series with the awesome, fantastic, amazing Leo, the lion. So I'm very, very excited about this one. And to continue in the vein that I've been going to, I think we're going to try to do a fantastical lion, which I'm very excited about. My older brother is a Leo, and he's just very, very Leo-like. So this is a 24 by 30 inch gallery wrapped canvas from Loft. I have taped the back and put my push pins in. Let me show you my colors. So this big old tub is Loft Flow Acrylic Black, but I thought I had another cup of black and I tossed it in there, and then when I tossed it in there I realized it was not black. It was the Micaceous Iron Oxide, which is a very, very cool color. So what it's done is it's added some nice sparkle and shimmer to my black, which is awesome. And HOA saved the day because I was at the bottom of my jar of Loft and I was shaking it, and I had a whole bunch of dried bits in here and it was driving me crazy picking them out, and he came up with this awesome little paint filter. So, and now it's perfect. So I'm very happy. Thank you, HOA. You're awesome. Okay, so that's our black and iron oxide mixed, Micaceous iron oxide. Next one we have is Permanent Deep Violet from Golden's. Gorgeous color. Royal purple for our king of the jungle. Okay, the next one, this one started out as Folk Art's Treasured Gold series in Fire Opal, and I had a little bit of copper mixed up already. I think it was Sargeant's copper that I added to it. So this is what we will be using for our copper today. Fire Opal and Sargeant's copper combined. I also have my 24 karat gold. This one is the Extreme Sheen, in the little irritating 2-ounce bottles, lots of plastic. And sorry, I'm a tree hugger. Too much plastic annoys me. Anyway, also this one is Arteza's Pearl Tangerine. Now the last couple of times I've used this, it has not shown up on its own very, very much. So we'll see what happens. But I think it's going to work well with that coppery color, and I think it's going to be fairly shocking with the purple. So this last one is Golden's Violet Oxide. I really wanted to use my quinacridone burnt orange, but I didn't have any more, and I'm really bummed about that. But I think this is going to be very interesting and pretty and deep. Okay, last one, which I'm still not sure about, but I really wanted something that was going to pop. This one started off as Golden's Iridescent Pearl, but I didn't want to use white in this, so I've added this Glacier Blue from Arteza. This is part of their Pearl series, Glacier Blue, and I'm hoping that how the pistachio looks pearl when it's dried, that this is going to do the same exact thing. So, kind of a gamble, but we'll see. We'll use it. If it doesn't look good, we won't use it. So, that's it. Okay, so I'm going to lay down my base coat. A word about the base coat. I did one yesterday that actually came out really cool. And I put down the base coat really well, and then at the very end, I went around the edges with my base coat color. And because it was kind of metallic-y pearl, you can actually see where that line was. So I don't want that to happen today. I want to be really, really careful with how I put down the base coat and make sure it's perfect. And once it's on there, I don't want to mess with it. That's also why I've mixed up a big, huge tub, is because I want it to all be the same color and consistency rather than have different consistencies or slightly different colors. So I'm going to pour this on here and we will get started. Okay. So that worked better than any other time I've done it before, and I think that's because I kept thinning out my black. Come. There we go. Okay. So now we have a beautiful, smooth surface. I'm going to make sure my edges are covered, my corners are covered right now, because I don't want to be messing with it and adding more paint later on.
I don't think there were enough O's in smooth to describe that.
Okay. All right. Get that bottom edge off. That's done. I'm going to take what's left in this big huge thing and just pour it in this little cup. Okay. All right. So let's do our open cup pour. So I don't want to do anything weird. My goal is to have like a big round open cup pour, and I'm going to let it stretch out and spread out a lot. And then at the very end when I'm done, I'm going to do some Shmears and stuff and hopefully create our fantastical creature. All right, I'm going to put a little puddle of this in the center-ish. Put our ring down from our 5-ounce Dixie cup. Go around it a little bit to seal the edges. Okay, let's start. I am going to start with a little bit of gold. Pull this down just a little bit. Okay, here we go. From up high into the center. I don't want the ring to move yet. You stay here. Okay. And next we're going to come in with some of our copper. I'm going to actually hold the ring so that it doesn't move. Because it's wanting to slide that way, and I don't want it to yet. I want it to stay where it is. Okay. Give that a second. We're starting to get some gold cells up on this side. We're going to come in with our violet oxide color now. I'm going to hold the ring in place. Okay. Don't move. Every time I want it to move, it doesn't move, and when I do want it to move, it doesn't. So far. All right, now we're gonna come back with actually, all right, I mixed it up, so I'm gonna use it. I'm just gonna put a splash of this Glacier Blue in there. And now we're gonna come in with our permanent deep violet. The ring really wants to go. Stay here. Stay here. I don't know if you guys saw the Fantastical Creatures collaboration we did with Sarah and Gail. That was so much fun. But I learned that you got to be patient. You have to give it time for the paint to come out of there and for the cells to start to form. Okay, you know, I'm going to turn the canvas around just so it stops trying to go that way. Okay, and I'll fix those drips too, don't worry. All right, so let's come. All right, I'm going to put some copper in right now. The fire opal coppery color. I'm going to put a little bit more black in there too. Probably not going to matter because I'm probably going to tilt it anyhow. Okay, I want to put some more of the permanent violet in there now. Kind of a bigger layer. That's coming out really pretty. Starting to see some black come out there. Put a little bit more black in there too. More of this Glacier Blue in. And I'm going to let it move a little bit to get back towards the center. I debated mixing up a dark blue, which I kind of wanted to, but I didn't. I decided to go with the violet oxide instead. Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna put a little bit more of that in there. That's really pretty right there. That's the copper and the gold. Let's put some more gold in. Okay. And I'm going to put some more black in. One more shot of the purple. Yeah. I like the purple next to that Glacier Blue, so put a little bit more there. And it is looking like pearl, which is cool. Okay. Yeah. How do we get it off of there? I'm just gonna drag it. And then around the edges. Okay, cool, it worked. Awesome. Okay, so this is pretty good. Let's give it a quick torch. I don't want to torch too much because it is really hot today. And I'm going to tilt this one a little bit, which I'm going to start doing right now. Just a little bit to sort of distribute the paint a little bit. You're going to go this way a little bit. I'm going to come back and go this way a little bit. I'm actually going to take my ring and put it right back in the middle, and I'm going to pour some black in there. And give it a second to just spread out. This is the problem that I run into when I make my base coat really, really thin, is I don't like when I can see the edges of the canvas. All right, so let's tilt it this way just a little bit. I just want to increase the amount of space that the pour is taking up, so I'm trying to spread it out a little bit. A, because I don't want all the paint concentrated right in the center, and B, because I don't want it to crack. So I want to distribute the paint a little bit more evenly. I talked about in one of the last videos, but think about your pour like a pizza dough. Stretch out one side, turn it, stretch out the other side, turn it. Oh, I forgot to tell you the story. Okay, so the story of Leo, the mythological story about the constellation, involves, there's a couple different stories. There's one that I think everybody's familiar with, where Hercules kills the lion of Nemea and his first, the 12 labors, and the lion has like this impervious skin. Kind of a gruesome story actually, because the lion's really tough and kind of a badass and causing problems and wreaking havoc all over the countryside, and Hercules comes in and figures out that no weapons are really working on him because nothing can pierce the hide. So unfortunately he strangles the lion. I like lions. I wasn't happy about reading that. But so that's one story, and then the other story that I'm going to tell you right now involves two lovers, Paramus and Thisbe. And they did love each other very, very dearly. But their parents thought they were too young to be in a relationship or to get married or anything like that. So they forbid them to see each other. And so, as young lovers are wont to do, Paramus and Thisbe would meet each other late at night by a mulberry tree with white berries. And they would have their, whispering sweet nothings to each other. And, so one night they went to go meet, and I think maybe they were going to run away with each other. And Thisbe got there first, and a lion was there. And as she was waiting for Paramus, the lion jumped out and scared her very, very badly. So she screams and she runs off. But her veil that she's wearing gets stuck on this mulberry bush and doesn't go with her. So the veil is still there, and the lion, who is still bloody and all angry and mauling mood, he pounces on the veil. So anyway, so the lion mauls this veil of hers, this beautiful white virginal sort of veil that she was wearing, and along comes Paramus late and he sees this lion sleeping and then this bloody veil. So he assumes that the lion has just eaten his beloved Thisbe, and he's distraught and very sad, and he throws himself on his sword and kills himself because he cannot picture life without her, doesn't want to picture life without her. So of course, as soon as he's done with that, he's very close to dying. Thisbe comes back to see what happened, to see where he is. And she sees him laying there on the ground, bleeding, dying. So she throws herself on his sword and ends her life as well. So that's the tragic story of Thisbe and Paramus, and the mulberries that used to be white are stained red with their blood. And to this day, the mulberry trees have red berries because of Paramus and Thisbe and that naughty lion. So that's the mythological story of Leo, the constellation Leo, which is kind of sad. It's very Romeo and Juliet like, star-crossed lovers ending up in tragedy. And I guess that's happened a lot throughout history. It's one of the main stories. Okay. But anyway, so the other attributes about Leo that I wanted to talk about a little bit. Leos are very steadfast, very loyal. My older brother's Leo. Stubborn. Stubborn doesn't begin to cover it. Very regal in their bearing most of the time. Very, you know, yes, send the lionesses out to hunt for me. That's good. I'm happy with that. You know. But very good people. Very strong, strong-hearted, brave, you know, courageous people. So Leos are awesome. I love Leos. Stubborn. So stubborn. Is this starting to look lion-like at all to you? I kind of see where it could be a lion. I'll show you. So as we're going back and forth, these cells that are happening are actually sort of swimming along in this primordial and getting bigger. So once we have our cells coming up beautifully, then we can start to do some more smears to figure out. And I'm glad I put that black in the center, because that gives us more opportunity for eyes or face or, you know, whatever we want to do with it. So if we want to go that way. I don't know. This is looking pretty cool though. Okay. So the last thing that I want to do, I really like that. That's so pretty. Okay. So remember when I was twirling the cup along the top last time? I was kind of hoping that that was going to give us some sort of mane-like. Okay, so I'm just going to take this, and I'm mostly going to put this half down, and then I'm just going to sort of drag this out a little bit. Ready?
Yeah.
Just like that. I don't want a real sharp line there. Now going back now. In for a penny, in for a pound, right? And I'm just kind of grabbing the edge of the paint that's there and stretching it out. I think I'm going to put the ring back on here, and I'm going to twirl it again, just along this side. I don't know. Okay. Let's try something a little different. Let's come in with this little tool here, my Rolex, I call it. And just bring some color from there. Spread those out, because this makes a really beautiful wispy effect. You could use a fork. Hi, baby. How's my handsome boy today? It's hot, Mama. I don't like it. Okay. So I don't know if that's awesome or if it's terrible, but we'll see. I'm gonna come down that way. Come this way once more. Looks like something with crazy hair. How do the lions' manes come down more? Yeah?
Like regular hair.
But so it's all around the face?
Yeah.
So we can keep going a little bit more with this. It might have been cool just to use this right off the bat. I like this longer one. That's cool because it's pulling some more of the copper in and some of that purple. Permanent deep violet. Okay, so I think I'm going to take a little bit off of this center portion. Just because I'm not liking that, how it's like ending right there. So we're just going to go over that bottom corner edge, right in the middle, just a little bit. Maybe a little bit more off that side. When's all that cool stuff? Okay, so it's not exactly a realistic lion. Representation of a lion for our Leo pour. But I do like it though. And I think it's gonna dry really, really cool because of a couple of different things. Using that Rolex there. No, we don't want to go that way. We want to go that way. I think these are going to dry beautifully, because it already looks really, really cool. Just a couple more sections. Crispy. Alright, I'm not messing with the main part anymore. But I am going to take my palette knife and let's see. Let's kind of come through here a little bit and sort of, actually I'm going to turn it around so I can see what it looks like. Sorry. Alright. Why did you get way over there? Come back toward the middle. Okay. So I think I'm just going to come through here actually. More of a suggestion of a face. I'm not going for hyper realistic. I'm not even going for really realistic. Fantastical creature. Take this line down. Okay, that's not bad. Just sort of give him a hairline. Lion with a receding hairline. That's pretty funny. No, not receding. He's got a nice big bushy bane. I think he needs a few more Shmearies over here. That's better. I like that better.
Wipe it off.
No, I like how it's blending the, because they're all going to separate. It's going to be really neat. Okay, that's better. Sort of see a head shape at least. Okay. It's very sticky today. Alright. So let's come with this copper sort of color. I'm just going to dip my knife in there, and actually I'm going to dip it in some black that's on my table. I'm just going to come and put in sort of a suggestion of an eye. I guess that was too much black. Just kind of sneering like Elvis. I like the eye though. Just gonna put a suggestion of another one over here. And kind of grab this line like a ghost, sort of. That's not bad. Okay, how does the mouth work?
Where's Zen?
Yeah, right? Zen, come here, kitty kitty. Actually, I kind of like this line here. This is beautiful. I don't know that I want to do any more than that to it, honestly. Because I kind of like the face thing that's going on here. With just this eye and just this one line. The suggestion of that section. And that's kind of definitely there. Okay, so I'm going to turn this around. But I am going to drag this right here and just make this kind of wispy. Instead of so flat. Okay, so I'm going to turn it around so you guys can see it. Get these things out of the way. Let's see, where's my black stick? Get some of this to clean up the edges and the corners. Come in and clean this up again after we finish shooting. Paint the edges black again. I think this paint is starting to set up on the side. I like him kind of weird though. I don't want to make it too realistic because then it starts to look cartoony. You know what I mean? So, but that's a good suggestion though. But he's better.
Yes.
Is it sort of liony?
Yeah.
Okay. So the only thing I kind of want to do is I'm going to take my skewer and just sort of elongate some of these points so that it's not such a flat edge. Lion hair, don't care. Definitely easier to do the Shmears when there's more paint on the canvas. So, all right. Let's give this a quick torch. Actually, there's one section here where I'm gonna just pull a little bit more paint over here. All right, now I think I'm going to leave the face like that because I kind of love it. I love that suggestion of the curve. HOA was suggesting we put sort of that line. I don't know, let's do it once with the skewer and see how it goes. Just very faint. See, I don't want it to get cartoony. That's the only thing. So, all right, that's enough. Okay, I'm going to wipe my hands off and we're going to torch it one last time. And that's going to be it for our fantastical lion for Leo. The story of Paramus and Thisbe and their tragic, unrequited love affair with the lion who ruined their their relationship, I guess. Okay. That's not funny. I'm sorry. All right. See if any additional cells want to come up in here. So again, it is very, very hot where I am. It's been about 100 degrees for the last 3 or 4 days. So there is GAC 800 in my pouring medium. It's a little bit of Liquitex gloss medium, the paint, some Floetrol, and a little bit of GAC 800. The black is the only thing that had water in it. And I did use the GAC 800 intentionally because it is so hot. I don't want everything to set up really fast and crack. So, like you can already see where it's starting to dry. So no more tilting at this point. Everything is done that's going to get done. The only thing I'm going to do is once we turn the cameras off, I'm going to come in and touch up the sides and edges where they're not so perfect. And then we're going to put them in the shed and we're going to let them dry. So I will show you guys when it's dry. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Happy birthday to all our Leos out there. You guys are awesome, awesome people, and you definitely create an interesting family dynamic sometimes. But we love you. We love you very much. Thank you for your strength and your bravery and your kindness and your big heart with your big roar. So we'll see you guys when it's dry. Have a great day. Okay, so this is our Fantastical lion. A couple of days later, he actually dried really fast and did not crack. Thank you, GAC 800. So he's pretty cool. I love the mane. He got a few more lines in him in the mane right up here after I brought it inside the drying shed. But I like them. I like the feeling of the flow. I think it goes with these lines that come out to the side like that. These ones are going up. He's got a fantastical hairdo for sure. He's pretty neat. I love the eye, the one copper eye. I don't know, I sort of feel like he's hiding behind something and you only see half of his face, or I don't know, his mane is covering his face. Who knows? Fantastical creature, not realistic, but he's really cool. I have enjoyed so much watching the sunlight hit him, like right before the sun goes down. That copper is just unbelievable. I have not put any additional varnish on this, and you can see the bling. So cool. That copper, that's the Treasure Gold Fire Opal mixed with Sargeant's copper. Just amazing, amazing stuff. Really, these like details and lines in here where we were using the Rolex, it's just, they're so pretty. I really like this piece. He's a pretty cool lion, you know. This color over here, that violet oxide mixed with the fire opal and the copper, just gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. A little bit of the permanent violet showing, and we did see that Glacier Blue did come through. Didn't come through as blue. Looks more pearl to me than anything else. So in here just a tiny bit, looks a tiny bit blue, but not really. But that's okay, it's awesome stuff. And it didn't have our colors blend and get dulled down, which is really, really cool. So this was pretty neat. I really enjoyed this one. This one was the fire opal with the Sargent's copper in it, and the 24 karat gold and violet oxide. And I had Artist Loft Black in the Flow Acrylic for the base coat. So note about the base coat. Remember at the beginning I said I had this big huge tub, and then I poured an extra cup of black in there. That didn't turn out to be black after all. It was the Micaceous iron oxide. But what happened, because that tub had so much Floetrol in it, I actually see all these little tiny speckles like all through the black base coat, and that's the Floetrol doing that. So the other parts of the painting that have pouring medium, or more pouring medium in the paint, you don't see it as much, you don't see it at all. But where there was more Floetrol, that's where those speckles came in. So I mean, it's kind of cool. It's kind of like a cheetah spot or leopard spots. Fits with our wild kingdom here, our wild king of the jungle theme we've got going on. So he's pretty cool. He's our Fantastical Leo. So you heard the story of Bispy and Paramus and their unfortunate lover's tryst that was ended by a lion pouncing on her veil. So sad story, very sad story. But I guess after that, Zeus immortalized the lion in the heavens as the constellation Leo. So Leos are very loyal, very kind, creative people. Sometimes they like to be catered to a little bit and treated as extra special people, which they are. They're very special people. So go and hug a Leo today and tell them happy birthday. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. This is part of our Constellation Series. I will link the rest of the series for you up here. And I hope you have a great weekend. We will see you for the next one. Bye-bye.